Hey everyone, Tom here, and welcome back to the last vlog of 2020. I'm not gonna say anything like I hope you guys had a good year, because this was not a good year for anyone. Tomorrow I've got something very special. I do this every year. I release the highlights for basically I pull highlights from all of the content I've uploaded throughout the year. I don't use every single video. I use videos that I think have good highlights in them, and I put them all together in one big compilation in order of which they were uploaded, and you guys can just watch that nonstop. And I'm almost done with the 2020 highlights. Just got a few more to do. I'm gonna try and put together 10 or 15 more highlights tonight. But yeah, today's vlog is just about kind of closing out the year on a good note. It's not been a great year for everybody. I tried to make the best of it. You know, I got married, I had a kid, got a new job that pays a lot better than previous jobs I've had. And today I am going to, I guess, announce, but not, I don't know how other YouTubers do it. I've been teasing this for a long time. It's not really a massive mystery, but I'm going to announce the fact that you guys can expect within the first few months for me to reveal the new channel project car. I'm going to try and get the car very soon. I'm not going to tell you about the specs of it or how much it's going to cost or anything like that, or really anything or where I'm getting it from. But I am getting it. It's very cool. So we got that. I also gave a call to a certain dealership asking about their equivalent of, let's say, McLaren Special Operations. You know, a lot of exotic car makers give you the option to spec your car in a really personalized way for extra amounts of money. First of all, just in case you're wondering, I'm not buying a McLaren. If I have $300,000, you guys know what car I'm gonna buy. And if for some reason I already have that car, I already know what supercar I want to buy as well. But that's not what's happening. I'm not buying a McLaren. I'm not buying a Lamborghini. I'm not buying a Ferrari or anything like that. It's, I would say, an ordinary. Both cars I'm getting are technically exotics. So we're going to be moving away from tuners, actually, which is interesting because I am going to be getting rid of the WRX. But what I need to do right now, I need to get a Carfax report on the first car I want to get, because the other car, I don't think it's possible to order them anymore. So I'm going to wait for the next generation of the car to come out so I can order it. Because if I can order a car brand new and have it be spec'd really uniquely, that might help with resale. I considered getting it used, but I think long term it might be better to get it spec'd, and that would be really fun. Because then I don't have to wrap it or anything like that. Because it's going to be the daily. It will be the daily, so that will reduce value a little bit, but overall the spec should be pretty unique. But yeah, we're gonna get me the Carfax. I'm looking at the car right now on the website for the dealer that it's at. I'm gonna get the Carfax report. That's gonna cost me $40. Not amazing, but I don't have much of a choice because they don't have the free report available, and I want to see the Carfax report. I just want to make sure it hasn't been totaled or anything like that. But it's got the transmission I want. It's got the options I want. It's got the interior I want. It's really the whole package. It's got a couple random aftermarket parts on it. Some interesting looking wheels. It's obviously not in pristine condition, but it's a great price for the mileage and all that sort of stuff, so I'm not massively concerned. So yeah, I'm going to get the Carfax report, and in the next clip I'll let you know how it looks. Oh, excuse me, pop up. Yeah. So this turned out not to be so good. Branded titles, not actual mileage, rebuilt, salvage, total loss. The airbag recall is still a thing on this car. Pretty not good. I guess that's why they didn't have the Carfax on the website as a free thing to click on. I'm glad it was $40 to get this report, but I'm glad I did it anyways. because I'd rather pay $40 than have to deal with that, whatever's wrong with this car, because it looks like we've got some title washing going on over here, because we go from Texas, where it was initially delivered, it's been serviced a bunch, and then there's a damage report, total loss, blah blah blah, and then it's moved to Pennsylvania, still bad titles, and then it's moved to Illinois, and suddenly it's a clean title. So people are hiding something. So that car is a wash. That car is that's not happening. So we've got a different car. It's dark blue, black interior, and it's not the 6-speed manual, but very clean, and I can still make the transmission fun. So I think we're gonna go with that. So I'm gonna do a little bit more research, read a little bit more into the Carfax, do a credit application because it's a little more expensive, and hopefully get it done. And I'm gonna do that tomorrow. For the whole credit application, or maybe asking questions or anything like that. I don't know. Maybe I can do it tonight. I'm definitely gonna work on highlights tonight. And tomorrow, I am also going to talk to the people at the special other car dealership about their whole special operations equivalent program, and see how that works. See how long I have to wait until I can order and spec my other car, the new daily that will be replacing the WRX. The WRX still needs its front bumper, and also in today's vlog, another thing the car needs, it needs the transmission fluid change. So we will be heading to Habibi Motorsport. The next clip, we're gonna quickly talk about credit application, all that. Hopefully that goes fine. It went fine when we got the Jeep, so hopefully it goes fine with this. And yeah, and then we'll head over to Habibi and get the car done. There's going to be a whole lot of time jumps. My beard's probably going to change a million times. But we're all good. It's Blue Santa, everybody. You guys know where I work. Blue Santa drinking blue juice. This is Berry Fanta. It was a weird coincidence. It's a very similar color to my shirt. It's actually pretty good. All right. See you guys in the next clip. Don't mind me, just working on the highlights edit for the 2020 highlights video. You guys should really check that out. Ignore my horrible hair, because that's gonna be really cool. In case you missed anything or want to know all the best moments of 2020 for the Racing Joker, you should check it out. It's really cool. Anyways, so another thing fell through. Who would have thought getting a BMW M3 E46 on top of already having another car would be so tricky? Apparently it's tricky, for me anyways. Well, if you're impatient like me, because I wanted to finance a car, and that didn't work because for several reasons. For one, the dealer had a car that was great, very low mileage, less than 100,000 miles, but they didn't finance people through their lenders for out-of-state people like me, and so I had to try and do it through my bank, which is USAA, and I knew that probably wasn't going to work because I still have a family credit card on my file, and the amounts owed, amounts owed on that revolving account don't make sense for me, because, for all the other things that I have, there's occasionally like $10 to $100 owed on a couple of my cards and accounts, but then on this other account that isn't mine, it suddenly goes from like 4,000 owed at one month, 10,000 owed at a different month. And those aren't my bills. That's not me. But when you try to get a loan, they're gonna see that on the file. They're gonna be like, "This guy's crazy. Why is he Why does it show this much owed on this account for this person? This person's nuts. Why would they have this much owed? They can't afford this. They can't be living like this kind of lifestyle. That's insane." So what I'm going to do, which was the original plan, I got impatient. I'm just going to wait and pay for the car full in cash. So what that means is I'll probably get the car in like late April or very early May. I want to try and get it before my 23rd birthday, because that was the whole point, the whole goal. It's not super important, but it's weirdly important to me. I tried to call the dealership today for the manufacturer that replaces the Subaru with a new daily. And I asked them, you know, how does it work to get into their special operations and spec a car with a custom paint job and custom interior and all that. And I was told they'd get back to me. I've been told that several times. I even had a person leave me a voicemail like 10 minutes after I started working because they weren't available. And then I called again today, and then no one knew what they were talking about. So that was great. So nothing to report on that front. I will see if they're open tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I'm dating this video a little bit. So I'll do that. I'll call the dealership and see what they say. And, yeah. Then after that, we'll take the Subaru to Habibi Motorsport. And then that'll be it for 2020. Hey everybody, welcome back to another clip. My beard has grown back. It grows back very fast. It's only been a few weeks. Anyways, we are now on our way to Habibi Motorsports to get the oil changed. Already done that. The transmission fluid changed. Hopefully that will solve the weird grinding sound just a little bit. And yeah, while we're there waiting for them to get that done, because we're just gonna hang out, we're gonna take some pictures of cool cars. And I'm also gonna give one final call to the dealership I've been trying to talk to, because I never am able to get. So far, I haven't been able to get a one-on-one direct conversation with a salesperson that knows what this special customers program is and how it works. I've had a couple people know what it is, but they don't know how it works. So that's getting a little annoying. I will say, I am vaguely tempted to just get one of these cars used, save myself, you know, a couple 10 grand and do that, and then just mod the car like crazy and be a bit more economical. But the other thing is that if you get it through this, let's just call it special operations equivalent program, might help with resale, because I might be like the only one of these cars in this color with this interior, like that's why this car has retained value. But it's also going to be a daily driver, so it's also going to have a good amount of miles. Granted, my commute isn't super long, so we'll see. I have until like late 2021 to really figure that out, because what I'm gonna do is, once this car is done and like in a good condition that I'm okay with, I'll list it and sell it whenever I can, and then once this car is sold, I'll just daily the BMW until I get a new actual daily. Because we're not going to be doing GTR mods on the M3 right away. Don't be ridiculous. So it'll still be streetable. Oh, there's a cop up ahead. I wanted to do a poll. Do I risk it? Risk it for a biscuit? Okay, that's good actually. It's red, so I can let the cop get ahead. He went that way. The way I want to go. But at least he's not here now. Oh yeah, that's right, I have launch control. It doesn't really help with building boost, but at least it doesn't it's not a negative PSI. It would be cool to at some point have a tuner car with actual launch control that actually builds boost, like proper anti-lag. But I don't want to do that with this car, because I just feel like it would not appreciate that. I will say this, an interesting thing to note. When you're in a car with under 500 horsepower, you can do stuff like that and really get through the gears and row it out, and you're not really doing any kind of crazy jail time speeds. Not unless, if I went like for another couple seconds, I would be. But, you know, I went 5 miles an hour past the speed limit there, and I got to feel boost come on, change gear, feel boost come on again. You know, in like an 800 horsepower car, that goes by a lot more quickly, and you get past the speed limit, you get past the double the speed limit a lot more quickly as well. So that's a cool thing to note. You know, starting like for a first car, starting in like a 270 horsepower car or something like that is actually not a bad idea, at least for a person that's a car enthusiast, you know? Like, if you're getting your kid a first car and you're the one paying for it, because obviously this is not an economical choice if the kid's paying for it, unless if they have a good job, you know, it's a great experience. Obviously, I can vouch for that. Semi wouldn't let me merge. Well, I don't think they really have much of a choice because there were other cars in the other lane. But that's fine. So now we're going to head over to Habibi Motorsport. And yeah, let's do this. All right, we're here at Habibi. Oh my God, we're at Habibi Motorsport, and I'm gonna make a call to the dealership one last time, and we're gonna see how that goes. Just gonna chill out in the office and make this phone call. Hopefully, I'm calling sales. We'll see if I actually talk to sales.
Thank you for calling. For quality of service, this call may be recorded.
I'm always being recorded. Hey, my name's Thomas Wood. I've called a couple times in the past, but it was on work days, so today's my day off, and I wanted to see if I could speak to someone and ask about...
Hold on 1 second.
All right.
How can I help you?
Hi, my name's Thomas Wood. I've tried to call a couple times in the past, but stars didn't align. But I wanted to ask about two things. Orders for and how works.
Okay, so I know we are not doing right now due to the pandemic. The factory is just now getting caught up on our regular colors, so we're not doing the custom stuff right now. As far as the goes, we can order them, but it will be the 2020. It usually takes about 8-ish weeks from factory, something like that.
Okay, and is it still... Okay, so you can still do orders for the current generation?
Yes, which is the 2020. They're not doing anything with the model for 21.
Okay, so do you know when orders for the next generation will start? If that's information...
2022 will be the next time that it is coming out, from what I've heard.
Okay. 2022, wow, okay. So not only... So orders for the current generation of the car I want is going, it sounds like, until 2021, which is cool. I'm happy with that, but their special operations program is currently not available because of the pandemic. So I can't order a special color, which makes me just think I should just get a used one and wrap it. I don't know, I'll wait until about February or March to see how I feel about doing that, about ordering a car versus getting one used. Obviously getting one used is cheaper, and obviously the only real benefit to ordering a car is that I can get it in a nice color and interior option from the factory that's custom, possibly one of one, if no one else does it the way I do it. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. But yeah, now we're just gonna see how the WRX does after we do the transmission fluid change, and I don't know, I might watch some YouTube videos or something. Alright, we're all done. Back in the WRX, we're going to hope that the gearbox sounds a little better. If not, you know, whatever. But at least the fluid has been changed. Got a magazine. Let's just say, even if it doesn't fix anything, I paid $120 for a D-Sport magazine. This shop is going to actually be in the magazine for the next issue, I think, or the one after that. Whichever one is going to be released. Obviously, this video isn't going to be published the day it's recorded or even finished editing. So, but yeah, can you believe this isn't a GTR? This is a RB20. I sat and read this while they were working on stuff. RB25. Neo, powered 1,000 horsepower time attack monster. It's built to handle, chassis reinforcement. I don't usually read automotive magazines, but maybe I could get into doing that. Maybe that's something I can do. Could be fun. But yeah, those R32s, man. I always forget how cool they are when I see them, because you know, R34 prices are going up. I'm still gonna get one, but I do want something with an RB26 in it. So let me know what you guys think down below. Seriously. I'm not just saying this to get hype or whatever, as it might sometimes seem. But should I get a 32 or would a 33 be better? I'm not going to get a 34 anytime soon. There's no point. Couldn't afford it right now even if I wanted to. But an R32, you know, maybe. If you guys think that'd be cool, you know, I'd be happy to do that. But that would mean 3 cars in the stable, so I just have to make sure I can find a way to maintain that. Right now, though, number 1 on the list is the BMW, getting rid of this and getting a new daily. And then, you know, we'll see where the dust settles after that. And if I feel like I can get a 3rd car, maybe. At that point, though, it comes down to whether I can even store the darn thing. If I get an R32, it needs to go somewhere. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here. I haven't pulled my seat forward all the way. All right, let's see if we made things any better. All right, we're in second. I didn't hear anything, so that could be a good sign. I still love driving this car. I came up with a good analogy. I'll kind of explain it after I kind of see if the gearbox is better now. It still kind of does it. Still kind of grinds. Those are the slowest shifts in the world, but I did that so that I could actually hear the gear change. So back to the issue at hand. Basically, my understanding is that for those of you that have had a car or been in a relationship or both, you'll probably understand what I'm about to say. Basically, this is kind of, to me, this is just a normal stage in life. You know, it's your first car, but you gotta transition to something newer and better, at least for the daily driver. If you've got a project car that you only drive on the weekends, you know, that can be as unreliable and terrible and financially not viable as you want it to be. But, you know, for the daily, I think, you know, unless if you're DDE and you can afford it, it's got to be a bit more reasonable. And so it's like a first relationship. This is the analogy or the metaphor. I'm not sure. I don't know the term. The way I see it is, you know, you get into your first relationship. Hey, WRX. You get into your first relationship and you think it's great. You can't imagine how it could possibly end. What are you going to do if it does, if something goes wrong? You know, how are you going to live without it? You're super attached to it. And then you inevitably break up because high school is high school. You know, that's just what happens. And you move on, and you move on to sometimes better things, hopefully better things. Sometimes not, but it's just a stage of life. It's a necessary transition, and it's an important thing to do, and it allows you to try new stuff. And that's the way I see it with this car. You know, it's my first car. I love it. It's fun to drive. I don't hate it. It's just some of the issues that it has. It just makes me want to kind of, well, for lack of a better term, break up. I want to try something else. You know, I'm seeing other things that look like they could be even more fun while still being somewhat reliable. And so I really want to try it out. And here we are, talking about selling the WRX, the only car we've had on the channel thus far. Yeah, that's all I've really got to say about it. The daily's still gonna be cool. My balls aren't dropping off, don't worry. I'm still gonna get something that I can be proud of and that I can take to a car show if the project car can't run for whatever reason. But it's just a part of it. Woo! And I love the blow-off valve. Those were not the best gear changes in the world, I will admit. I will say, I thought the car sounded all right in stock form, but you've got to put an exhaust on these. You got to change not just the cat back, but you've got to change the front pipe, the part with the catalytic converter in it, otherwise known as the mid pipe, I guess, on other cars. You just got to do that. You don't need to do turbo back. Just do something to really change the character of the exhaust, because these sound so good. They sound like proper tuner cars to me, at least in my head, what I would consider to be a proper tuner car. I see red flashing lights up ahead. All right, well, I'm heading home. My wife hasn't even told me whether I should pick up the baby from daycare now, or, you know, because I offered to do some errands, or what's going on. So we'll see. But yeah, I think that's just about everything for the vlog. I don't think there's anything else we really need to cover. I mean, I told you about how I'm wanting to get rid of this. You guys know I'm still looking for the BMW. And we're also maybe considering getting a Skyline. Skylines are cool. So maybe, because I have this kind of bet with myself that I'm going to drive an RB powered car. Whether I own it or not, I'm going to drive an RB powered car before I drive a 2J powered car. Because everyone in the US is more familiar with the 2J than with the RB. I thought it'd be kind of funny to be different. I know it's just a weird way of saying I'm different, I'm special, but I want to drive the RB26 first and have that be the metric that I compare other JDM cars to, rather than driving a Supra and then comparing a Skyline to that. I want it to be like the other way around. You guys might not see the difference, and that's because I just worded that really poorly, but trust me, there's a difference. Anyways, I'm going to enjoy this drive in my car because we've got 20 miles and it's going to be fun because I like driving. That's why I'm a delivery driver. Got to get some gas. Gas light came on. My commute is so short that I don't usually have to pay attention to how much gas I'm using. I don't do quite so many gas things anymore. Another thing, should the new daily be flex fuel, like run on E85 or 93, 91? Something to think about, actually. Extra power. Might be able to pass emissions straight piped, though I'll try to register it in Washington or Houston again, just so that I don't have to worry about it. 30 gallons? Are we gonna make it to 30? I was not expecting it to go past 30. 36 gallons. One day, $14 for 36 gallons is gonna be cheap. Well, compared to the future anyways, is what I mean. It's gonna seem cheap when we look back on it in the future. All right, I get to do some errands. Okay, well, that's it for the vlog, and that's it for 2020. I'm gonna have this be the last video I post for the year, so hopefully 2021 is even cooler and more exciting. Thank you all so much for watching. We hit all sorts of crazy milestones. We've done all sorts of cool things, but we've got even cooler things coming next year, bigger milestones that hopefully we can, you know, knock out of the park and get new cars and do all sorts of new content and just raise the stakes 10,000-fold. I'll see you all next year. Take it easy, everyone. Happy New Year's. Stay safe. Don't get too drunk and all that sort of stuff. Bye.